Hey guys, this is Mark Roemke from Ninja Training TV. Today we've got some basic techniques for you that we go over in our dojo all the time when we have beginner people. And then one we really like to do is the forms of elemental forms, because these teach a lot of that all at once. So there's blocking involved, there's striking involved, there's angling, distancing, and timing involved. And so we call these the Sanshin no Kata. And this is very simple. So the first one of these, we're starting in a natural stance. We step back at our 45. So here again, we're giving ourselves distance to read the situation and things like that. And then what we're doing from here is we're coming back with our arm and coming through, just like we're bowling, right? So I'm giving distance and I'm coming through. So what does this teach as a concept? Step offline, buy yourself time, do some type of a counterattack. The swinging of the arm, you could come up with a lot of different ways to think about what that would be. Maybe a naginata cutting up. Maybe you've deployed a chain and now you're swinging the chain into somebody's face. You could have grabbed a stick and you're whipping it up at them to maybe hit. They're coming down with some attack and you're hitting the attacking limb. It could go a million different ways with that one. Okay, the second one has this feeling of receding back again, buying yourself time, and then coming up with some type of a block. Maybe that has an upper attack and you've come in, and then you're going to come through and hit. So you're going to deliver a counterattack after this. So I'm angling off to the side, and I'm coming back in with the counterattack. Now, if we think about what I said earlier, if she's in that strong stance forward, I've just got off that line of her strength, and now I'm pushing back in at a less strong angle for her. So I'm looking at where the best angle of attack, where I could attack a weak point. A lot of times with weapons-based armor arts, you're attacking weak points. Weak points in the armor is usually where the armor would have to articulate. So elbows, shoulders, wrists, hip joints, knees, ankles. It's all where armor would have to move in order for the soldier to be able to move in it. It still applies to modern day warfare armor as well. There's always weak points, and we're going to try to exploit those weak points to use it against our enemy, right? So you could think about this as exploiting the weak point of the angling and the distancing and the timing of coming in with a counterattack at a side hit. So that's another reason why we're thinking about tactics in these basics that we're doing. You could just peel layers and go deeper and deeper with them. Okay, next one is Kata. It's the third form. This one has a similar feel to it, but we're getting to move in different angles now. So we're getting offline and doing this block. The other one, we came forward and hit kind of from an outside hit. Now we're going to take this one and sneak inside and come at a different angle. So we're learning how to come in. And then this one has the feeling of, if you've ever been on like a game field and you've juked somebody one way and got around them the other way because you faked it out. This could have that feeling too, where I've come in and then I'm coming in with my attack in a different angle that they maybe weren't expecting. Or they thought my elbow strike was coming in, but I came around and they blocked with their arm, and then I was able to get around the other side of that block because they had thought I was coming in with just this one big hard angle and then snuck around on the side. I could also have been reaching into my coat and blocking and then coming around and throwing change in their eyes, or maybe some type of sand, or you name it. We could have a lot of different scenarios going on depending on your environment and the situation you're in. Maybe you're in a restaurant, you just open up a couple of packs of sugar and salt and pepper, and poof, it's in their eyes. So you could just think of a million different scenarios for it. Okay, the next one is dealing with lower level attacks. So we're gaining distance and we're blocking and parrying, and we're watching what that does as we block to our upper body, because there's like action reaction. This other one starts to come forward and I'm coming forward with a stab. One of my favorite moves for practical self-defense is like I take a baseball bat and I'll attack my students with just swinging it at them. Like somebody's pissed, they got out of their car, you cut them off at traffic and they're just coming at you with a pipe or something. And I love teaching them about the distance of like that swing, how that swing comes in. When it crosses center line, you want to run in quick because they're going to follow through with a big hit and then have to come back. And as they do, you pass that out of the way and then do a counterattack, knock them down or knock into them before they can, attack again. And then you're inside. And then from the inside, you can deal all these other blows and deal with that weapon. Sometimes the best way to deal with a weapon is to go inside where they can't swing the weapon, especially if it's a long range or mid-range weapon. Knife, different story. You don't want to be inside maybe. Maybe you want to be out further. So you could just, each situation will bring up something different. Just giving you guys ways of thinking about why we do basics, why we practice angling, distancing, and timing. So there's one way to do with that. And then the last one is the void form. We go back again, and this is where I think about we can deploy any type of weapon from here because we've given ourselves time, and we're going to maybe throw something at their face and then take a longer range hit. And we're going to take an angle that's off, that I might come at them and they aren't used to this angle because I've come out to the side and I've thrown something or shown them something up high and they're not seeing it or seeing as much of that kick coming in low. So maybe I've thrown fakes and then come in. Happens all the time in boxing and different types of striking arts where they'll fake you a certain way to get a kick or a hit in at a different angle, and that helps them close that up. All right, so hope you like this. Please hit like and subscribe, hit the bell if you guys want more notifications for this channel. And as always, keep training.